Let's talk about a multi to treating osteoarthritis. Many of us already use a multimodal approach to this condition. We use pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals, physical therapy, we use laser therapy, we use acupuncture, but I really want to focus on a nutritional supplement approach to treating this very complicated, non-curable condition. Most of our therapies that we have at our disposal today just focus on treating the arthritis component, that inflammation of the joint that we all see secondary to the ongoing degradation of articular cartilage and subchondral bone. We don't really have any good options for treating that ongoing enzymatic damage until now. Being able to actually have a product that allows us to intervene with the osteo level, the level in which we can actually prevent the ongoing degradation of articular cartilage and subchondral bone, would really be miraculous. Here we have Osteo True Benefits, a product that focuses specifically on inhibiting the osteo component of osteoarthritis. How does this actually work? Well, we know things like non-steroidals and omega-3 fatty acids and will inhibit the arachidonic acid cascade, providing relief of inflammation. But we have a product here that actually will slow down the enzymatic degradation of that ongoing destruction with the structures within the joint itself. We know that non-steroidals have a lot of side effects. They'll always be part of our treatment protocols, but we try to use them in an acute nature. We know that they're going to have GI side effects, idiosyncratic liver reactions in certain breeds. We'll have some renal effects, some hemostatic effects. So we have to be very careful with our selection of pharmaceuticals that we use, especially of high doses over long periods of time. We also know that from as early as the 90s, all the way through to the present day, nobody has been able to show clinically that glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate actually do anything to relieve the discomfort associated with osteoarthritis in dogs, cats, horses, and rabbits. There is no good data out there. Here is another review of the clinical trials that have evaluated the use of every nutraceutical in veterinary medicine recommended to treat osteoarthritis. The data and outcomes here are very clear. The only two supplements proven in double-blinded, randomized, placebo-controlled clinical trials to effectively treat the clinical signs associated with osteoarthritis in dogs and cats are the correct form and dose of EPA and DHA and the appropriate form of a green-lipped mussel extract. This is by far the most extensive data we have on this topic. This paper, recently published in the Journal of Veterinary Internal Medicine, evaluated hundreds of publications focused on the use of all nutraceuticals used to manage osteoarthritis, including supplements like glucosamine chondroitin sulfate, avocado oil, soybean oil, MSM, and deer velvet antler. These papers were heavily scrutinized by the standards set forth by the FDA and NIH for being of sound scientific methodology. Only 22 of these references were actually classified as appropriate and defined as double-blinded, randomized, placebo-controlled studies. Out of all of the nutraceuticals marketed to treat osteoarthritis in dogs and cats, the only two supplements that again have been proven to be effective are the proper form of EPA and DHA and a specific green-lipped mussel extract. Everything else is just marketing propaganda. If a pet owner is convinced that these other products are working for their pet, I would never recommend they stop using them. I just encourage them to add a proven supplement or supplements to the treatment regimen. Ongoing degradation of articular cartilage and subchondral bone is caused by MMPs, matrix metalloproteinases or proteases. There are about 24 of these that we know of in dogs and cats. There's really 4 that we focus on when we talk about osteoarthritis. MMPs 1, 3, 8, and 13 are the big players that destroy collagen and the extracellular matrix within the cartilage and the bone underneath it. The problem here is that no one's really figured out how to regulate these MMPs safely within the joint of animals with osteoarthritis. Again, we all focus on treating the inflammatory component of osteoarthritis until now. With Osteo True Benefits, we have the opportunity to slow down the activation of these MMPs with the only product available today in the United States, Osteo True Benefits. The ingredients of Osteo True Benefits are very different than those that are found in other forms of green-lip mussel products. Perna canaliculus is the genus species name for the green-lip mussel. However, the active component in our product is known as glycoprolex. Bioactive glycoprolex is a glycogen protein complex. This is basically a protein covalently bonded to a carbohydrate. In this case, it's a triple oligosaccharide molecule. Nonetheless, this glycoprotein complex is very similar to the other enzymes and hormones in the body that are glycoproteins. For instance, thyroid stimulating hormone, LH, FSH, and a lot of other enzymes that play important roles in overall homeostasis are glycoproteins. Why this is important, the covalent bond here actually protects the glycogen protein complex from digestion in the GI tract from amylase and proteases. This allows glycoprolex to transition to the level of the ileum, where it's very rapidly absorbed into the portal system. The liver now cleaves the protein off of the carbohydrate, and albumin is bound as the major carrier protein to make sure this product gets into the joint of affected animals. When you compare other green-lip muscle products to OsteoTrue benefits, what you find is that there is no MMP inhibition in those other products. They don't contain the carbohydrate component necessary to shut down MMP activation. Even when you compare this to glucosamine chondroitin sulfate, you see the same problem. We also know when we look at clinical data, clinical trials, again, double-blinded, randomized, placebo-controlled trials evaluating this product to a placebo, that there is significant improvement in the response of animals with osteoarthritis to this product. It actually alleviates chronic orthopedic pain. Things like effusion, crepitus, joint pain, over time go away. The thing that's most fascinating about this product to me is that within 10 days, pet owners report seeing a big difference in their pets. Now, it may take as long as 4 or 5 weeks for those changes to occur, but as early as 10 days, changes are seen in these animals. In order to really explain why this product is so different from the other green-lip muscle products that are in this country today, we have to take a trip over to New Zealand and look at 90 Mile Beach. What we find when we get there is that our manufacturer pulls these mussels directly from the ocean from mussel farms. When they do that, the processing occurs on site. This is in comparison to the other companies that actually collect these mussels off of the beach. They're not in the water, they're not filtering their food, they're not making the carbohydrate component, and they're shipped elsewhere in the world for processing. We know that immediately from the site of pulling from the ocean to the site of processing, a 5-hour difference significantly drops the level of carbohydrate in the mussel, and therefore significantly drops the level and ability for these products to inhibit MMPs. Our manufacturer uses a cold live extraction method for processing these mussels. They are taken directly from the ocean farms and processed on site. This cold extraction method allows for the carbohydrate component of the mussel to remain intact through the entire process of manufacturing the product. The other green-lip muscle products in the market, the manufacturers use a heat steam method for processing the mussel. That heat steam burns the carbohydrate component, it actually caramelizes it just like sugars would, and it no longer is bioactive. The other part of that problem is that when you heat steam these mussels, you then have to take them through a secondary process that also winds up destroying the lipid component, the polyunsaturated fatty acids that actually may have some beneficial anti-inflammatory properties as well. So those are the two big reasons why our product maintains the glycoprolex molecule and how that product offsets MMP activity in the dogs and cats that it's being used in compared to these other products on the market. So in order to inhibit these MMPs that are actively degrading the joint, the cartilage and the bone, you have to have a product that can actually shut down the zinc-dependent process before it takes away and takes over the joint itself. For those of you that have heard of MMPs before, we know that doxycycline and minocycline actually have an anti-inflammatory effect in the body, and that is through MMP inhibition. There are 2 pharmaceuticals that were created and approved by the FDA for MMP inhibition in humans. Unfortunately, they were just recently pulled because of the severe side effects that they were causing in the patients taking it. This has really left us with a nutraceutical approach at MMP inhibition, in which case the side effects are none at all. There have been none reported in humans or in dogs taking this active ingredient. We also know that MMPs play a very active role in tumor angiogenesis and metastatic spread of some diseases. So our oncologists are starting to work with this supplement and add it to their protocols for chemotherapy for a lot of these diseases. Again, MMPs play a role in acute and chronic valvular disease. When we talk to the cardiologist, maybe another indication there. Overall, for today, this product is best used for patients with osteoarthritis. This is the only product that we have at our disposal today in this country that actually treats both the osteo component, and when combined with something like canine omega benefits, we have the ability to create a pure, synergistic, potent effect for the entire disease of osteoarthritis. Each tablet of Osteo True Benefits contains 150 milligrams of bioactive glycoprolex, the most potent concentrated form of this product available in the market today. For more information on this product and all of our other exciting products, please feel free to contact me at the information provided on the screen.